This is Alicia Gonzalez with 24/7 Modern Mom. We have Tamera Mowry on the line with us, and she's going to talk to us today about a project she's doing with Little Remedies for the benefit of Make-A-Wish Foundation. Tamera, thank you so much for joining us today. I really appreciate it and you letting us record this call.
Aw, thank you. I'm really excited to be working with Little Remedies, mainly because I'm a huge fan of their products. And as you know, my sister and I, we have neatbrands.com, so we're very much into, you know, the most like natural approach of doing things. And Little Remedies is exactly that. As I'm sure you probably know, they're effective. They actually work, which is great. But they have no artificial flavors, coloring, saccharin, dyes, or anything like that. So for me, I know that when my son is sick and I can give this to him, I feel safe of what's going inside of his body, because I make my son's own food and I nursed until he was 7 months. So it makes me feel great. But what's even greater is that they joined with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, which is a foundation that's very dear to my heart. I've been working with them ever since I was like 14. And it's just awesome. And basically, it's a campaign called Say Yes to Less, and it is what it is. It's basically wanting you and your family to go to the website sayyestoless.com and make a pledge. And things that would help you and your family live happy and healthier lives just by doing things less, like having less negativity in your life and more positivity, having less fear in your life, more faith, having less sugar in your life, more healthier food, having less distractions in your life, which I definitely can learn from. So it's great, and for every person that goes to the website sayyestoless.com and makes this pledge by saying yes to less, the Little Remedies will give a dollar donation to Make-A-Wish for each of the first 100,000 people who take that pledge. And I always say this is such a great thing to do, because you're not only helping this amazing organization, make money, but you're also doing something great for you individually, your kids, and your family as a whole. So why not? It's like it's a no-brainer, and I think it's great.
Well, the tagline for 24/7 Modern Mom is simple solutions for complicated lives. Because everybody has complicated lives, but I love this campaign. I absolutely love it. As soon as I heard about it, I was just like, I can make a list of 100 things right away, because it's something that I'm trying to instill in my kids. I don't need my kids to be in 8 sports. I really don't.
Mm-hmm. No, exactly. It just makes your life more hectic. You and your husband, you probably don't, you won't have enough time to be with each other. You're scrambling just to say hi, So
right. I mean, you're texting each other. So why I think you when your kids are little, you let them explore, and then you let them pick something that they're good at, and in time when they can manage their own schedules, that's okay. But it's not. We talk all the time about pressure on the kids. We really need to be talking about pressure on the families. And this idea, I mean, even especially the timing, Christmas. I don't understand why we have to go out and guilt shop for our children when there are so many other children in need.
Mhm.
So what are your tips? What are your tips for moms who want to be able to show their children and lead the example for them to get involved in their community and to care a little bit more about others and a little less about self?
Ooh, well, this is the main thing, and this is what I've been learning, and this is what I'm trying to do. You have to lead by example. Your walk, you have to, my mommy brain, which I know you'll understand, you have to walk the walk, not just talk the talk. So the best way of leading your child is to be that example. If you want your child to be more involved in your own, community, help others, and to not think so much of, self, then you have to do it. So as a parent, what I would do, my husband and I, every single year, we always give money to some organization. My husband is really, really, really involved at Pepperdine University. It's where we both went. And they have, he played baseball there, so he makes a way for us to donate there. Just simple things like that. Donating, your time, donating money, going out and helping certain charities and organizations that mean a lot, to you. So if you're only focusing on yourself, always, either buying so many clothes for yourself or doing things just to help yourself, your child is going to see that growing up. So definitely be the example. Be the example. I cannot stress that more.
One of the things that I see happening so much, because you're talking about being the example, and especially with women, is we find that there's more compete than collaboration. What are
Girl, did you just say that? That's actually so true. I think women are born competitive. I think we're just born competitive, so you have to
work.
But
that's the example that we're setting, right? Mm-hmm. We're setting that example to not work together as a community, and that our problems are the biggest problems and the most important ones and the only ones. Mm-hmm. And we're losing that empathy because, like you said, we're not walking the walk. We're saying, "Oh my God, why did she get that? I deserved that. Why is she having more success than I am?"
Yes, I have never experienced so much judgment, like never before, than once I became a mom. I can post something up on Instagram, and I can get, so many tweets going, "Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that?" Da, 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 da. I just did a story on T and Tamera. I became vulnerable about how it was so hard for me to wean off my son nursing. There was no possible way that me, Tamera, could nurse from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. because no one knows my schedule but those girls who worked on that show. I didn't even have time to use the restroom. That's how crazy it was. So I physically couldn't do it. And instead of encouraging me and supporting me for going 7 months, there were some people who were competing, and saying, well, you could have gone 12 if you wanted to. I'm like, no, you don't know my heart. So it's like it's very, very, very important for us to stop, stop all that competition thing and less judgment and encourage and help. And I think that if we start there, Alicia, we'll find ourselves leading by example a little bit better. I really do think so. Instead of pointing fingers.
So you touched on something that's really dear to my heart, and I hope I don't cry because I was wondering if you cried when you went through all of this. Recently, I held a press conference because my triplets, they're 3 years old, I told you. And on the first day of preschool, my daughter was picked up by the bus, and she was taken to the wrong school, then transferred to another bus, and then they forgot to pick her up in the afternoon. And I'll tell you what, nobody, like you just said, nobody knows my life. That whole 24/7 modern thing, that's real.
Yeah.
And the triplets, I guess I didn't tell you this, they all have autism. So they're in special classes. We have 5 schools we have to be to in the morning. My ages range from 14 to 3. And the public, not the media, the public turned this into the story of this awful mother who didn't go to preschool with her daughter on the first day and abandoned her with a bus. And then people started even calling it public transportation. They don't know that she watched her siblings every single day for 9 months get on that bus. They don't know that she was excited and feeling left out. They don't know that I met her there, but since she was on time, I never realized she had been transferred. And there's so many things that people don't know.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if those people would just at least have empathy for you for that particular second, first of all, like for me, I was like, oh my God, as a mom, I know you were just heartbroken, like, or freaking out, or instead of going to judgment. Do you see what I'm saying?
It was heartbreaking, and the response from the public was heartbreaking, and I don't think I'd had that experience before. For me, and I know better, I'm a smart woman, I know better, but I still sat there and cried. I still read the comments over and over again. So I guess what I wonder for somebody like you, because I really want to support you, and I adore you. I think you're a wonderful mom. I think you're doing wonderful things for women, for children. But I wonder how many people sit there and say, well, she's not a real mom.
Oh, my goodness. That's what I'm saying. So many people.
And how do you deal with that? Because you're breastfeeding and you've got your babies and you're like every other mom I know, 24/7, trying to make it through the day and hopefully end it with a smile.
Yeah, and there are days you cry.
So what do you have to say to these people? Honestly, speak out, because that's what I love about you.
They don't know you. So one of my friends told me the best way to deal with criticism is to ask yourself, does this person personally know you? If they don't personally know you, what they have to say shouldn't matter, because you don't know me. So that is an opinion. And thank God opinions are not facts. That's what helps.
And I know that you love your fans, but honestly, the people that we're talking about who would do this, they're not fans, because if they were fans, they would look at you and they would they would look at you and they would be inspired, and they would feel proud. They would feel proud that a woman in your position has focused her career and her extracurricular activities and her family on things that better the world that we're living in, make it a better place for kids, make it a better place for women. And in addition, you...
Hello?
Yes.
I can hear you now.
Yes. Oh, okay, yeah, sorry. But you've done so many amazing things, and you really could have just stuck with your niche. And that's the question that I wanted to ask, too. Women, especially like in the blogging world, we're always told you got to find your niche. And, I'm like a Michael Jordan fan, okay? I don't understand if you're good at a lot of things why you can't do a lot of things if you're good at them.
Yeah.
So what made you do so many things? And you sing, right? We really want to hear you.
Yeah, but I think my niche is encouragement. My thing is always helping make our world a better place. And that's what you'll find in anything and everything that I do. Every show, everything, every movie, everything that I do will have that underneath it, and with our needbrands.com, that's what we say, our need brands, that's basically the motto. We want to help lives. We want to help mothers and just women's lives general just better. A lot of the things that we have are things that we needed as, we became moms. One, when we were nursing, we needed Milky. Now that I've had a baby, and I have to tell you, our stuff is epic. Our stuff works. I'm using the stretch mark cream, and sometimes I'm like, this smells so good. How could it possibly be a stretch mark cream? But it actually works. And I'm not just saying that. I had a holy moment. It works. So that's the thing. We want to help make the world better, and our main thing right now, because we're moms, that's what we want to start at. That's what we want to start with.
I think it's just amazing. We were running behind because you were actually over at the Make-A-Wish Foundation taking pictures with kids and supporting the cause, which is why you partnered with Little Remedies in the first place. What is that like when you get a chance to go and be around these children who are smiling and laughing and trying to be happy when they don't know what tomorrow's going to bring?
It's a huge wake-up call, if I'm honest with you. You have your moments where you complain, and you see these kids that are sick, and they go through a lot more pain than you do. and the fact that they can sit here and smile and giggle, and for some of them push through it, it's a huge wake-up call, because here are these kids going through this. And I'm an adult, and sometimes I act like a little baby, you know? And then also it...
Oh, my God, thank you for saying that. I have a whole article about how it goes for
yeah.
Okay.
So,
I mean, yeah, we're women, we're moms, we're human, but I think that you are really inspiring people. You're so engaging. You're so honest. You're so down to earth.
Thank you.
And honest. That's why we keep supporting you. I want everybody to know that these posts and these interviews, these are not sponsored. We're not partnering with Need. We just love Tamera and her sister. We love what they're doing. We love what it says about women and what we're capable of doing. That's another thing. You know, we can do anything that we put our minds to. And I think that you are setting that example. Now, everybody wants to know when we're going to hear you sing.
Okay.
I mean, we can see it on YouTube and stuff. When are we going to hear you sing? When are you going to start singing?
Sing. You want to hear me sing? Oh,
we want to hear you sing.
Every Christmas, I always sing a Christmas song. So I'll post something before Christmas. How's that? And I'll post it on my Instagram. So I'll do a video. That
will be perfect. Look, everybody hears that. We are going to get a Tamera Christmas song.
Yeah.
I'm following you on Instagram. I've got you covered. Well, I'm sure that you are swamped for time right now, running behind, got to get back to your little ones. I think you are a fabulous mom. I so appreciate you being here.
Thank you. It was so nice to talk to you. And you know I follow you too, so we'll tweet each other.
I know, and I appreciate that, because I just try to keep it real. I mean, the reason we couldn't even do a video conference right now is I'm still wearing eyeshadow to cover my grays from last night's event. Haven't even showered yet. It works, girl.
Well, guess what?
Eyeshadow.
Real story. There have been multiple times I forgot to brush my teeth going out because I got my son and everybody else ready, and then I was like, "Oh crap!"
God, that was
I
a recent question.
God.
That was a recent question on a game show. I think I'm going to be on it, by the way. But yeah, what would people be more likely to forget to do? Brush the teeth was at the top of the list.
That's one of them. Well, it's nice talking with you.
So honest. You too. Thanks.